they whole Saturday on this bad boy, right? Not the whole Saturday. Everybody wants to do something for Saturday, I'm sure. Islam, I hope you guys are able to come back on. StreamYard kicked it off. Like I was saying, you got to understand the energy that's going on in the atmosphere, what's going on, and why it's going on. 1 second. Islam Sister V, you can't get on? You are? I wonder what back. Did you do the last one I just sent you? Yeah, because it kicked me completely off. And it wouldn't show me where that other link was. So I know the link is it's not the same studio. Well, at least I sent everybody the link. I feel so bad. Well, as I said, we got to understand what's going on. It's the energy in the atmosphere. It will throw it off. See if it'll let you come up. If not, I'm going to see if you're in another studio. Oh, you see them? Are they moving around? Are they saying anything? Because it wasn't recording us. It wasn't live at all. Let me try. Let me go right here and see. Let me see. Let me see. I hope I can log into StreamYard. Please say from my phone. I don't hope I don't have to remember no password. That'd be my only thing. Trying to remember a password is so bad. Okay, let me see where I'm at, and I will send it live. Okay, where is this one at? There you are. Oh, wait. Okay, there you are. Islam. Sister Jasmine. I wonder if they're not. No, this is the same one. Let me make sure I'm in the same studio. Islam. Let's see. Am I in this studio with you? Let me see if I'm in this studio with you. It's gonna make a whole lot. Yep, I am. Okay, we do got. Well, why I don't see the two guests on the computer? Oh yeah, that's me. Never mind. Please excuse me. Remove me from the stage. We're not trying to be on the stage. All right. So we are in the correct one. So I'm just gonna wait for the. Oh wait. I'm gonna send them. Why am I up there twice? You this one right here. Let me send them this one, see if they can get it better from here. But they were coming in, so I'm like, wait, where did y'all go? We're removing me from the stage. I don't want to be added to the stage. Okay, I'm gonna have to remove me from this stage one more time. Hold on. Okay. I don't know where they went. Come on, y'all. Come on back on here. Where y'all at, sisters? Where y'all at? If you could come back on, Sister Shar, the StreamYard kicked us completely off. And I had to create a whole nother link. They were just coming in here and I didn't even have to do all that. I'm trying to figure out why is it not. So it was really getting good, V. It was really getting good. Sister Joya gave hers. She was giving some. Sister Jasmine was giving hers. And then that mug said, get up. It just blanked out. So.
That was given their what? What we talking about?
Divine. We're still talking about we're talking about divine union, divine feminine. Definitely gonna go into that divine mother aspect and really get into the divine feminine, because the divine feminine is descending to the earth with her scimitar in her hand ready. Do you understand? It's happening. Hmm? There she goes. All right, Islam Sister Jasmine. Okay, we got Sister Jasmine back on the stage. Sister Jasmine.
Islam, I can't hear you if you're speaking.
You can't hear me?
I can't hear you. No, ma'am.
Wow. Can you hear Bashira?
Nope. I don't know if it's Miss
okay.
my settings.
Okay. What about now? No.
I can hear you.
Oh, ma'am.
You can hear me, but Jasmine can't hear me.
Birthday, can you hear her?
I can hear, and I can hear you too, sis.
All I can see is around Sister Birthday, the ring showing that there's volume. So
we both hear you.
You can't see my profile?
Yeah, she sees your profile. We both hear you. That's crazy. She can't hear us. Let me see. What about now? No? I think we getting hated on. They kick us off.
You got water over it.
Can you hear us? You still can't hear us, Jasmine? No here? Nope, because she ain't said nothing.
I just want a black and a Pepsi. A black and matte.
A black and select. You can hear me now? Okay. You can hear now. Okay.
This song is brought to you by Kelsey and Presley and StreamYard support. Have a great show.
Okay, so let me see. I'm trying to get Sister Shar back. Where'd she go? Come back, Sister Shar. We waiting. Come back, Sister Shar.
because we were originally on the other, still on the other link originally.
Yeah, but it went away. It went completely.
The link that was on prior to this one, we were on that one. And then I seen she dropped off, and it was just me. And then I came and clicked on the link you sent me, so I didn't get
because that one wasn't. Recording us.
Okay.
Sister Vishada. Now I gotta figure out how to set you up. Why is it doing that? What about me? It's still echoey. I wonder why.
Are you on two platforms?
I don't think so. No.
No, are you on TikTok, Facebook, or anything else?
Well, this is streaming to TikTok and Facebook. Oh wait, let me turn this. Well, that's Facebook Messenger.
Oh, did we lose her?
Yep. Where did she go? Man. Right this way. How you been doing, sis?
I'm all right, and yourself?
I'm doing okay.
Praise Allah.
All is well.
Let's see.
Can y'all hear me better now? Oh.
It's what other devices that you have?
Is that your music?
I don't have no music on.
No, it's multiple mics speaking her up.
Hold on, let me see.
Oh, wait. They got all these adding to stages. Okay.
Do you want us to mute our mics?
You said what?
Nothing to stop.
No, it's still doing it. I wonder why it's doing that.
You want us to log out and log back in?
Yeah, let's do that. Okay, we'll log out and come back in.
That's scary. Okay. Is it me when I talk?
No, I don't hear it. I don't hear it.
That's you, sister.
Can you hear me?
But it's did I say? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, you sound good.
Okay, Sister Jasmine, speak. Let me hear.
Hello. Testing.
This won't go away from the stage though. That's the only thing. This one will not move. Let me see. Let me see if I kick you from here. I just don't want to kick you. Okay, that one's gone. Islam, Sister Eva. Islam. All right. Better. I can hear you better now. Definitely. Can you hear us, Jasmine? Sister Vashira.
Islam.
Sister Jasmine. She don't hear us. Again?
Yes, it's simple as that.
Can you hear us?
Now I can.
Okay, Islam. All right, we back. We back in the building.
Islam.
All right.
So a different mic. I hope it wasn't me, but
I think it was something was going on where we were both on. We had two stages. Me and you was both on stage twice.
Well, see, I created a second StreamYard for the Sisters Auxiliary. So I was trying to coordinate an additional loop of potential reaching others.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. Somebody pick it up. But we were talking. Okay, so Jasmine, I hope you didn't lose your thought completely or your wisdom completely based off what we were saying. Can you kind of give it? Because I know you enjoy y'all both were giving some meaty stuff. Can you kind of give a summary of what you said?
It's on. So I was touching bases on Islam,
Sister Shar, Islam, Sister Vashira. This is our beautiful sister, Sister Shar Kemp Bay. Sister Vashira.
So, brief recap what we were talking about as far as divine union. So the sister was making great points, and I basically gave the etymology of divine as far as it being addressed to God. And so I've learned really more so that in having that relationship with, is that me echoing?
Yes.
Hang on.
All right. No problem.
We working.
You working it out, right?
We're gonna nip this in the bud right now. Okay. So where was I? So basically having having that relationship with Allah having your eyes on Allah allows you to have that divine union that, I mean, I just gave you the etymology of it is pertaining to the nature or proceeding from God or a God addressed to God. So having that union between you and Allah allows you to have your focus to be divine, you know. In addition to that, you know, like in chapter 21, it says marriage instructions for man and wife. And it starts by telling us as sisters, you know, or the feminine energy to give ear, fair daughter, of love to the instructions of prudence and let the precepts of truth sink deep in thy heart. You know, the closest place to meet Allah is in the heart. So that's being dutiful to have that prayer, you know, submission to Allah. And then you can fine tune and hear everything that Allah has to say specifically to you, tells you how to move, gives you that clarity and guidance. And when you ask Allah for guidance, you know, you'll hear it more fine tuned, should I say. Because if you really think about it, everything around us is considered a noise, which can be a distraction, whether it's stress, whether it's work, whether it's your diet, whether it's just being overloaded and busy with things in life in general. Those take us away from being at center with ourselves. Islam. And so the other thing, the sister covered some additional things. I can't remember, but it led me to instruction 9, which was submission and obedience are the lessons of her life, and peace and happiness are her reward. So being submissive to Allah allows you to have that peace, as well as happiness. I can't even tell you how many times where if I have not basically prayed up or stayed in tune with Allah, I would be off, you know, and I realize when my mind gets busy or consistently consumed with things that I normally wouldn't be, you know, bothered with, it's because I had not been in depth in prayer or I fell off from prayer, you know. The other thing I like is that instruction 10 is said, before her steps walketh prudence. We know that prudence is the ability to govern ourselves and have discipline with reason. You know, we get the ability to reason by having that, again, that connection with Allah. Because Allah gave us the ability to think for ourselves. Let me see right quick. Hang on. The other thing is instruction 15 tells, it says, happy were the man that should make her his wife. Happy the child that should call her mother. She presided in the house and there is peace. And she commandeth with judgment and is obeyed. She arises in the morning and she considers her fair. So I always say I must be about my father's business. I must be about Allah's business. So anytime you are distracted by the things that go on in the world or of the flesh, it does not allow you to be finally in tune with Allah. And therefore you cannot hear Allah's guidance, you know, or what Allah needs you to do. Let's see, the other thing I'm looking for a specific instruction, and let's see. I can't think of it right now, but I know there is a portion of this particular chapter where it talks about, which was the other thing I had said, was basically we look to work. You know, what other thing is in that Quran, it tells us that we are to take joy in toiling. You can't enjoy what you're doing unless you are fine in tune with it. My friend used to tell me all the time, it's not work when you enjoy what you're doing, you know, so it's going to come to you more naturally. So the more you are fine tuned with yourself, know who you are, knowledge of self, know who your Father Allah is, knowing your principles and your divine creed allows you to be more in your upright state. Islam.
Islam.
I digress.
Islam. Sister Shara, Sister Vashara, would you guys like to kind of camel back off of that or speak on what divine union is to you in whichever aspect? Sister Shara.
Islam, first I'd like to say thank you for just the opportunity to be able to share the lessons that the Prophet has left for us to be able to uplift fallen humanity. Secondly, I'm a rise in thought and give praises to Allah and give honors to the Prophet, the illustrious Prophet Noble Drew Ali. Honors to each and every one of you, and honors to where honors is due. She said something that was very important. However, we got to remember that our people are coming out of severe slavery mental illness. Let's just put it like that for what it is. Most of them don't read. Most of them don't educate themselves. They are so distracted, as the sister said, with so many things of this carnal world. In my studies, where I've studied, praise Allah for the leadership that I had at that time, we know that all of this is energy. And because the energy is so severely thick in evil, in lower self, all of those characteristics that the Prophet let us know, devil, dragon, and beast, like these are real characteristics of the lower self. And so because we are experiencing so much of it in the world, I would say it's really hard for our people to try to find a balance, especially people that are conscious. We call ourselves conscious, but do we really know what we're saying? So she said prudence. With prudence, I don't even know if half the people understand the definition of prudence and what it is to actually be prudent. So when you're conscious and you so call yourself being awoke, being directed by the light, being directed by Allah, however you may have came into consciousness, we have to be conscious ourselves of our consciousness. I praise Allah for Sister Love because Grand Sheikah of the Moorish Science Temple of America, Temple 11, because she said you got to be conscious of being conscious that you're conscious. Okay? Now that's repetition because we have to really bear mind, are we really thinking in consciousness? So prudence is cautious. You got to be cautious in every way of life that you're approaching all of these different journeys, because these are teeming thoughts. The Prophet says we 1,000 at a, they rush in 1,000 at a time. So even the conscious has to be super aware, hyper aware of this. Number one, the consciousness, but also being cautious of what we're aligned, like our thoughts aligning with our cautions. Are we being cautious while we creating these thoughts? And praise Allah that it was put so beautifully by the Prophet to where if you're studying, you're going to be able to understand. If you're studying, you're going to be able to apply. Yeah, we fall off. We fall off. We are truth and falsehood strangely mixed. The Prophet also let us know that we have a high and we have a low. And in coming out of the cares of the world, we have to be extra patient, especially with the people that don't have this consciousness. These lessons, let alone know the Prophet. Because these are people that don't know themselves. But praise Allah for those words, Sister Great Ill, because that you have to be in tune with that deific will. Like you said, you have to be in tune with Allah. But only will direct you into that, which is Allah. And with that, I say peace.
Islam, I would say, I know everyone just enjoyed Sister Jasmine and Sister Shar's demonstration. I'm so like, y'all, that bounce off. See, this is what I'm talking about. That's why I said the sister bond, that bond that keeps us. You know what I'm saying? And I want to thank you. Demonstration. Sister Bashira. Would you like
Islam.
Islam.
Well, I spoke yesterday, so I'm just giving the floor to the other sisters to demonstrate their thought when we're talking about divine union. So I give my honors. I'm giving all praise to Allah, the Father of the universe, our creator, most passionate, most merciful. giving highest honors to our Prophet Noble Drew Ali, the one who came and gave us this blueprint and left his fleet clearly cut
Yes.
with nothing demise out of this. Islam.
Islam.
It's a pleasure to hear your voice. I've always seen you on Facebook, all of you ladies, and it's just a pleasure to hear that softness that comes from that beautiful feminine energy that I see in the temple.
Islam. Islam, definitely. We need that. We need this because I'm gonna tell you one thing for me. I miss being in temple in person. I do. I miss being able to be amongst my kindred and just being able to touch and see them and connect. You know what I'm saying? It hurts. It's a hurtful feeling. But I do want to say one thing that you said because my teacher Akhenaten, Salam Bey, used to always say, mind your mind that's minding your mind. Like continue to mind your mind. Continue to do it. Like it was always this thing, you know, he gave these repetition things, and it's just like, well, yeah, mind your mind. Mind the things that mind your mind to mind. I don't know, however he would make it flow, but man, it made you really have to mind your mind.
Islam, you got to be aware of what you're doing, especially when it's something that's divine. This was
Islam.
divinely prepared by Allah. We can't just pick up anywhere. We can, however, we would like to try to purify the best of our ability, our words, works, and deeds, so that all of that greatness can actually take place in us and work for the benefit of us. If it's for the benefit of us, and it's going to be the benefit of mankind. Because woman is woman. We bear children. We bring forth life. And with that being said, you have to be so mindful of the thoughts that you're, number one, entertaining and creating, especially when you're speaking out into the ethers, because we know that whatever we speak shall be.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. You are so correct. So were you gonna say something, Shara?
No.
Back up, huh? No. Okay.
No.
When you were talking about that, that dead state of mind we're in, a lot of times that's because a lot of people, whether it's us or our people, always keep it broad because I'm like, I could be victim of this same thing, but that dead state of mind, you'll believe what others tell you. Thus, you don't know. You just believe in what they done told you. And we'll say a lot of stuff like, but they told me, and they told me. What does the prophet say in the circle 7? Man knows not about being told. If you must know, you must be what you know.
You must be what you know. Absolutely.
So are we being what we know in this divine union with Allah? Is it still a divine union for us to come into this oneness? Because we have been pulled down by new religion. So somebody came and put some new wine in some old skin press, and we old skin press. Y'all try to put new wine. Y'all don't put new wine in us. You right. Now we've been busted. Everything's busted, and we like, well, what happened? We waking up from out of this. We was inside of something that we like, what? We don't know what none of that is. It was uncomfortable. So maybe it did feel like crabs in a barrel.
Yeah. Praise Allah for knowing, though, that mind never does forget.
Yes.
So if we're still enough, and if we're really, really working on ourselves, we're still, right? So in that stillness, we're able to hear Allah speak in the still small voice. And when you're really working on yourself, you're gonna hear it. I promise you, sisters, you're gonna hear it. And the only thing you can do is adhere. Because if you don't, you will suffer some consequences. The same way Allah is love, Allah will tear you up.
Didn't the prophet say, I don't know.
Sentence.
Was it reportedly? I don't want to say he said it because I don't want to get cut up nowhere. Reportedly, he said.
I was going to add.
And Pinterest got it too. Pinterest got it too, Sister Jasmine. Oh, my fault. Let me be quiet because somebody told me today I'll be cutting people off, so I'm going. My fault.
What you say,
I was
beloved?
just going. I was going to say the mindful of mindfulness. Basically, do you know the energy that you have to take to be that in tune to detail? You have to have intent, you know,
yeah.
and your intent. You have to set your intention of I want to be on a higher vibration. I want to vibrate and be able to hear a lot. I want that peace, you know, because I know that not being here is chaotic, you know. So if you think, you know, or feel like your conditions could be better, why not join the Moorish Divine National Movement and exercise your five senses and put in place those principles that build your
Come on, sis.
So, I mean,
It takes work though. And it takes work if you want to.
You
See,
have
it's
to
always the
toil. You have
will.
to enjoy the toil. You have to work for it. You know?
Yes.
Say,
Yes.
I'm just gonna give this to you here, and you're gonna right and think it's just gonna be spoon fed to you. No, you have to work for it. You want this. I want this for you, but you have to want it too. There's a accountability on us to want that perfecting our man, and knowing that okay, Islam, I fell from my higher self, and I'm battling my flesh. And we know that the flesh is gonna fight because we know, as our 101 says, he came to devour to and from whoever he can find. So Islam.
So
Islamism. That's beautiful.
It is.
Yeah.
I'll go back and say he reportedly said that he brought something that you can't tear up, but it will tear you up. It will tear you up.
And I bear witness. I bear witness. I've seen a lot. Listen, I've been in the Moorish Science Temple of America 12, going on 13 years this coming February. And I have seen them come and go because they think that you're coming just to get a nationality card, or you're coming to free yourself from taxes, or you're coming because you desire 3 whites.
Yeah, come on, sister, talk about it. You come up here for the wrong reasons.
When the prophet stated it clear, like the sister said, clearly cut. There is no, when you leave a blueprint and you do all else, that thing ain't gonna look right.
Because can I say this?
Yeah.
I just want to say this. That I feel that way too. It's the coming in because you don't want to pay child support. It's the coming in because you don't want to do this. It's the coming in because you don't want to do that. But then you want these 3 wives. Well, why does in the instructions? I still ain't see an S nowhere where it's
there's no salvation in a piece of paper.
I promise.
Where is the salvation?
Right. I want to know.
Where is the salvation? Truly, in a piece of paper. No, you have to actually do the work. Detox from the cares of the world if you actually want to be walking the life of peace. Islam simply means peace. People need to stop being so scared of being peaceful. Be peaceful. That was your natural essence. You were born like that. Everything else came after.
And the Islam, it's the work part. It's the energy you got.
Islam is the work.
It is.
So
the peaceful work. That peaceful work.
And you can be a parrot all day and parakeet all day. We can say this all day.
But so if you're not applying, you gotta have application.
It's about application.
And again, I've seen a lot of different people lose themselves that have been dedicated to the prophet, to the teachings. And here I go. I'm going to open Pandora's box. So ladies, be ready. It's all about leadership. Okay? When you lead in love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. And when you lead, you have to be meticulous when it comes to your members. Because the only way that you're making any type of temple from the lessons, from what I've read in the literature, is if you are a faithful member. So how do you keep members? Well, number one, you have to be able to communicate well. Backbiting, kicking somebody's back in, all of that is Negroism, and that's what we're trying to detox from. You can't dib and dabble in this world and think you're going to be all right.
Islam.
Okay? So these lessons, again, you can lose yourself, and like she said, it'll tear you up. But what is your will in tune with? I'm trying my best to get back to my Father God Allah, because I know that is my purpose.
Islam.
And that all I can be is an example.
Islam.
Peace.
Come on, Sister Shaw, you giving it though. Islam, I'm so it's you know what? Because things need to be said, and I think that's why I felt like a public platform would be more better for the sisters to be able to voice how they feel. So maybe then the message you get across, and it's not just you and this person or you and these people, and you have to feel victimized by the people you're around. Because I know I have felt that way, being in a meeting and all these people around you, and they're making you feel less than, and you're like, wait.
But sister,
my leadership, as my leader,
so true.
you shouldn't be coming in here bashing me like I'm a 2-year-old.
But let's be clear, they're men too. Truth and falsehood. So we got to just tread lightly, solely focus on working on yourself. And I know it can be very, very challenging, especially when you're coming straight out of the cares of the world and you're looking for truth. You're seeking Allah. You're seeking peace. You're seeking certain disciplines in your life. All of that works with this amazing instruction booklet right here. This is like the smallest thing in the world, and you can't apply this. Being a leader, let's first and foremost, being a leader, you have to apply it. So seeing that, I truly believe, and I'm a stress believe, because I'm in fruition, sisters. I don't believe anymore because I know this works. This truly has worked for me. If I give you the background on who I was, you would not believe it. You would not believe it. Not in 100 years you believe it, okay? And with that being said, this changed my life. This changed my life. But I was expecting for leaders to be able to educate me in certain things that, of course, Allah, that wasn't the plan. And here I am thinking, oh, this is the plan. No, we know that we plan and Allah plans the plan, and He's the best to plan it. So I'm not gonna be upset at no one. If we're really here to experience everything, and we're exercising strength by everything that we're confronted with in life, then we have to do better. We just have to care less about the emotional part, because that's something that also we have to work out of. We've been put in a situation where we're forced to figure it out. Our partners are I don't know how to say that, but they're not doing their best. However, sticking together, sticking to the lessons, fighting through the carnal, it's not easy. How do we get there? Exercising. Like the sister said, exercising those 5 senses. What are we exercising it with? The word. The clear and cut blueprint, like the sister said. So what are we doing, and what are we doing it for? Self, like I told the sister Latave yesterday, selfology. This is first and foremost for you. Once you have an understanding, then it spreads abroad. It goes to your children, it goes to your mate. You can actually even educate these so-called leaders.
Islam. Doing it consciously in spiritual growth. That's what starts first. Understand your spiritual consciousness first for you to grow, for you to evolve and expand.
And it's a personal thing. It's so personal. I can give you as much as I can from my experience, but it's your journey, your journey, your journey, your journey to your Father God Allah, to our Father God Allah. No one can impose. Praise Allah for the Prophet letting us know that if you put your hand in Allah's hand, all is well.
Unchanging hand. You have to
The
make sure you say
never
unchanging.
changing.
That hand don't change.
Okay.
That hand stays the same.
That's special, ladies. That is so special that we have been woken up to an essence of knowledge of self. That which makes us love us more than anything can ever love us.
Yeah.
Our journey is still our journey, and I am so open to taking, like, I will hold your hands taking this journey together. This is beautiful energy. You guys are seeping over here. I'm turning red and all kind of colors because that energy is so loving. Sisters, Allah bless each and every one of you strivers. Keep doing what you're doing. Your children will benefit so much. So much watching your example. It doesn't have to be nobody else, just you.
I love this, Sister. Oh, I'm so glad you're back. So you gotta, stay with the tea time that our Sister Jasmine, that she runs in the Sisters Auxiliary. She does the tea time, and we didn't do it last night because she wasn't feeling good. But please, we need you. We need all sisters.
I'm with it.
Same energy to come together.
Anything that has to do with uplifting fallen humanity and keeping us like loving one another. We are not each other's competition. Everybody, Allah has given us a portion of understanding to each and every one of us. I can learn from each and every one of you. I don't know it all.
Thank you. Oh,
I'm a babe in Bethlehem. I'm willing to learn every day.
I'm the baby in the manger, still learning. I promise you, I'm the baby in the manger. I'm still learning. So that's why I love coming together, because I do learn. I love to see sisters demonstrate so I can learn, because I feel like it comes from more of a compassionate place than watching someone yell and tell everyone off. And I'm like, my sisters, where are they? I need their loving energy that they give. Because then that makes me not feel like I want to be in some masculine energy. I want to be feminine in the teachings. You know what I'm saying? I'm not feminine. I don't want to be feeling like I have to be like on the defensive all the time. Swinging our scimitar every time we go. But I want to say too, I want to go back to something you said, because I mentioned this yesterday. And it's so crazy. But I said they'll give a series called "What is a Woman?" They need a series called "What is a Human?" I'm just gonna leave that right there. They need a whole series called that, because you try to figure out what a woman is. Well, do you know what a human is?
Okay, a spirit and a part of Allah. We're here just having this. We're just here temporary in this flesh, baby. We are spirits and a part of Allah. And the quicker that we figure that out, the better it's going to be to move and navigate through life while we're here in the physical.
Yes.
You're so right.
Operating on reason.
What did you say, Sister B?
I said operating on reason.
Islam. And purpose.
We have to understand too, everything is suffering due to everything is suffering due to us. And I'm talking about the Moorish American Muslims. We owe it to our forefathers and foremothers to go back to the law and obey the law. First of all, we got to go back and obey this law. You have to obey the law. Obedience is obeying the law of your religion. So you can't take out of here what you want to and allow it to fit to you. You can't say, I'm clothed in neatness. He clothed in neatness. I'm going to just be clothed in neatness and with temperance. And you ain't did nothing else. You ain't did no other word. You just on the outside, it look good. We get dressed and tie heads and we look so cute. But really, what's going on when you take all that off? What's up? What's up under the mask? I used to so I've done many celebs in the industry. So Derek Blanks is a well-known photographer that does alter ego photography. He has been from Fantasia, Monique. You could go look at everything he's ever done. Now he does movies. But Derek Blank was one of my first photographers for my first business card. So Derek Blanks, when he do these alter egos, I would just always be looking. And like Monica's, hers went from star, you seen her as a mama, in just different phases of her life, right? But these alter egos that would come out of this, yeah, it was like Monique. She was like, I had to show my true self. And so she's holding a mask in her hand like this. And she's looking at her face to really, she's trying to figure out who I am, where this pain is coming from. Like each one of their alter egos would tell this story. And there are times I think we be so in our alter ego that we're not in our true selves. We get into this ego, and I think that is an alter ego. I call my 5 lower selves, they got names. You know what I'm saying? Because it's an ego. And to me, sometimes those egos come out of each one of them energies on me. And I'll be like, hey, wait a minute. And I have to say, as I said the other day, if I'm ever out of line, pull my coattail, because I may not be representing in the best way. Islam?
Islam.
So, anybody else got something to say? Our minds are
Yeah,
clear?
I was listening to you and I was trying to just take a moment so that I can be able to put it into words. Given my first language is Spanish,
I
I'll
love
be having to
it.
take my time.
Oh,
However,
Lord, I'm coming to class. You want to teach Spanish?
Yes.
certainly, whenever y'all ready, let me know.
We say muy bien.
Let's go, y'all.
So
Let's go.
I think what got my attention is like when you said when we fall off. Again, man, we're truth and falsehood. So the only perfect essence is Allah.
Mhm.
And so if we're going to be perfected by what we suffer, and we must walk through all the ways of life, like that's big, all the ways of life. Okay. And this is just this lifetime. Allah alone knows how many lifetimes we've been here. And sometimes if you sit and think, you'll remember certain lifetimes to where you're like, okay, I experienced that. I'm going to try my best to go the other way.
Mhm.
Let's be reminded of what issues we had prior to even knowledge of self so that we don't make those same mistakes. He is adorable. Allah bless.
Islam. Hey, Islam. You came to say Islam now. See, now you're hiding. Now why you try to hide from me?
Sister Bird Bay, we waiting on one from you. Look at her.
Yeah, wait.
Wait for what?
I don't know, a little one. We can see some.
Oh, girl, she got.
I gotta zoom in, sister. So I have 4 children.
Really?
Their ages are 26, 23. No, she's 20. Yeah, 25, 23, and 18. I have 2 grandchildren.
What?
Yes.
Alhamdulillah. Sister, you don't look no older than 25.
She doesn't. She don't.
I like this young lady. Okay, we're gonna get some babies. She got grown
You see my face?
That's what I was looking like.
You see my face like mine? No.
Well, thank you for letting me know that, because I promise you, I just be like, look at her, she's glowing. I don't know, are we gonna have a baby? I'm like, she got it all red.
No, I have grandchildren.
And that's beautiful, because now I can get to know you.
Yes, I have grandchildren.
Like, oh, baby. Oh.
So when you see me posting any little ones, them are my grandchildren. Them is not my children. Them are my grandchildren.
Sister,
yes.
Allah bless you. Bless you, bless you, bless you.
Gratitude.
I'm like, wow. So
What you say? I was thinking, like, do she know something that I don't know? Do you see something, sister? Let me.
I was going. She must have been.
It was everything I didn't know.
Okay.
Because most of us don't look like what we've been through. Just like you said, you got
Exactly.
we all got one.
Listen,
We all got
and
one.
that's
I
key.
believe me, I've been to the lowest of the lowest of the lowest. I'm a
Oh no,
sister.
sister, and you still looking great, graciously
Yeah.
great.
Islam.
Praise
But
Allah.
you know, it is. But it's good that we all do, because I'm gonna be honest, all y'all don't look like, y'all don't even look over 21. Jasmine, I'll be watching.
Alhamdulillah.
I see her. I need
He
an
said
ID.
when you start stressing less, you kind of regain some of that good essence within
Okay.
yourself, and you restore yourself.
That
So in
Benjamin
restoring
Button.
yourself, that's science right there, baby. We restoring ourselves because we've already passed and surpassed and overcame. So yeah, we deserve that. We deserve
Islam.
that.
Islam.
So the next thing I really want to talk about, I want to talk about this divine feminine that's descending to earth. I'm not sure if you two ladies are even, familiar with energy, but this divine feminine is tearing some stuff up right now. And I was saying earlier when we came on that I know maybe people don't, but my background, and I'm gonna always be proud of where I come from because of my mother and father and my family.
As you should.
Not only my Mexican background, sister, my mama's tribal background of the Choctaws and the Cherokees, right?
Alhamdulillah.
So when I look back at them, they always paid attention to nature. They knew what time it was by the sun. They had no clock, sun, dial. Everything they did had to do with nature.
Mm-hmm.
So when the energy is going on, like we're in this shift, and I know women have felt it because we're so connected to earth. So this shift is going on. We're feeling it within, whether you're feeling overwhelmed, you're feeling like, why am I getting angry about the littlest things, or things might be hurting your feelings. I'm very sensitive because I'm a crybaby anyway. As a Sagittarius, I'm a super crybaby. I cry about anything a lot of times, but it's just understanding what that energy is doing.
Definitely.
And so I wanted to talk about us as this divine feminine and this divine union, because I hear what you're saying, Sister Shar. I hear everything you're saying. And we got to start teaching our people how to fine tune themselves, because we all speak the same language, but doesn't speak our language. So in order to get the message out, that's why I think it's important that there are certain different topics that come to this platform, so that even to those that don't, because in the Uniting Asian Sisters Auxiliary, our whole thing behind that was to bring women together. It didn't matter where they came from. We wanted to see how strong we can bring sisters together to really see, is it really based off of, because you're over there in the church, I'm in a temple, you're in a mosque, is it really based off of that? Or is it really based off of misunderstanding that because maybe you haven't read the Circle 7, you have no idea. Maybe you've never picked up a Bible, so you don't know. So I come from, my background of religion is Seventh-day Adventist. I come out of a very strict home, but I still child at a certain age. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting twisted, but I came out of a strict home. And, practicing the Sabbath, all of that. When I came into more science, I said, oh, all right, that sounds so much like the Sabbath. I get it. But when we need to get this message out to others, because when you said conscious, right? Conscious community in the state of Georgia is a total different community from Moorish Americans. Because those people, they have their own community of how they run things. They don't speak the same language, but you know what they do? They speak a language of nature. About, oh, we're outside having a festival, it starts raining. We don't stop dancing. We continue to dance until it goes away.
That's right. Our ancestors did it.
Islam, so understand like that right there. So that's the only reason why I wanted to bring this divine feminine in. And it may have, because it got some darkness to it. Like you said, man is falsehood, truth and falsehood strangely mixed. So we can't always paint this perfect picture of what's on here. We need to bring in what's really going on. And this energy that's coming on in here, I feel like it's Lilith. I feel like it's a real Lilith energy popping on.
Mm-hmm.
This divine feminine that's descending, because she's like as if she's descending with a scimitar in her hand, and she's just. And I've watched the video where this lady was actually she speaks, she does her thing, she do her thing, but she's very powerful when she starts to talk about it. And she said to these men, it is not to give y'all no spookism, because it's really not. Because she was like, if this ain't for you, just get off. But she was like, with the energy that's going on in that we have right now, it's like as if you got 8-foot giants rocking around here, and any brother that ain't in tune with treating these sisters right, and I mean,
okay,
they may not understand, but these are the things that are coming down on them. It has nothing. You better make a speedy reparation.
Absolutely.
The mother, the higher essence of who we are, that's still the mother of the virtues and the harmonies of life.
Mm-hmm.
It brings justice, mercy, love, and right.
Love
So
and
you
right.
telling me she ain't gonna bring no justice?
Oh yeah, she's certainly gonna bring justice.
And she's here for the justice.
Absolutely.
Islam. I wanted Sister Joy is supposed to come back on, because I know she's gonna give, but she's a home taker. And the thing about, a home care, Bashar, I'm not saying it right. A home
care. What? A home care provider?
There we go. Yeah, she's a home care. So as sisters, I always see us doing so much. We're mothering, cooking, working at the same time, demonstrating on these screens.
Yeah, so certainly.
Our life gets busy.
As far as that like feminine energy that you're speaking of, I honestly, my experience, I would have to say, as a young girl, I had to really fend for myself. I was an only child. I was born and raised in Puerto Rico. I came to the United States maybe at the age of 11. I'm not afraid to share that I was abused by my uncle. And he literally, when my grandmother found out, he hit her so hard that she didn't come back from that. So that man went to jail for her murder and my rape. So praise Allah, though, man. If I'm supposed to go through this is what I'm supposed to go through. This is my journey, correct? So with that being said, all of that happened, right? I was a young little girl, probably about 11 years old. The first place I came to was Virginia. So I was able to learn English there with a South American sister that was teaching me Spanish. Kind of funny because I didn't keep that accent, which to me was kind of like she had a deep accent, she was Salvadorian, and I didn't turn out to speak English like that. Praise Allah for her, because she was very, very just patient with me. I was a really hurt child, and I don't know that I was even paying attention because I was so hurt from what I had just experienced. So, and without having help, and I would say psychological help, when you go through situations like that, you want to pay attention to your children when they say, Mom, I'm going through something. Dad, I need help. If you don't have a mom and dad, whoever your support system is, you got to come through and speak to them. From there, I went to Chicago. My father was just killed. He was a big time king in New York City. And unfortunately, I was made to take a place of an adult as a child. So I was molded to be a gang member and do things that I did not want to do as a child. I'm so grateful to Allah, because obviously what had happened to me, and I apologize if I'm assuming that you guys understand.
You are fine.
But in our minds, like our brain really puts away certain things that you go through because of the trauma. So after that, I was so reckless and doing all kind of just unworldly things, and there was no true feminine essence in me because it was taken away from me at the age of 6. And I'm only saying that so that we can just bear in mind, because I know that these men are out here acting wild. I know that they're mistreating women. I know that they're not being themselves. Let's just say that. Let's just put it like that to make it clean.
All right.
But it makes me have a soft spot for the people and for the multiple people in our nation that have not had a mother, that have not had a father, that have not had a support system, that have not had counselors that were able to help them figure out what those illnesses were, so that they were able to work on those things. These traumas absolutely have to be worked out. They have to be worked out. If you want anything in life to be able to take form within yourself, you have to detox from the cares of the world. That is truly detoxing from the cares of the world. No matter what you're experiencing, it's your experience, that you are supposed to be immutable. Our prophet let us know that through these trials, we will develop and exercise this strength that'll make us immutable. And sisters, let me tell you, I fight the fight. Because if I fought the fight at 6, and I fought it at 20, and I fought it again at 27, it was like, oh, this is my fight. I'm fighting for the betterment of me. My children are my everything. As soon as I put my leg up into the table and that baby did the same thing, I was like, I'm done. I am done, because she is watching everything that I'm doing, and I need to be a better example. Now back to these men. What were their examples? Did they have any? So we have this thought, and no, I'm not standing or covering for no men out here doing wrong, because wrong is wrong, and Allah will not be winking at your wrongdoings, buddy. You will get it, and you will get it when He ready to give it to you.
Right.
Know that He not missing nothing.
Islam.
So with that being said, it gives me a space in my mind to say, okay, I'm gonna be a little bit more kinder to you, because I don't know what you've been through. I don't know who was there for you. I don't know who would have even been able to give you an example of what, number one, a good boy looks like. Number two, what a young man is supposed to go through. Number three, what men are supposed to teach you as you evolve, as you go through these different stages in life. Mind you, I speak a lot about this a lot, because I'm like a child psychology major. But the brain, that is everything. And as soon as you traumatize the brain that little, it hides away everything that has gone on in that child. Later on, it starts showing itself in all these detrimental ways. So particularly my husband, I've been with him 14 years. It has not been a walk in the park. I love you, husband. But, trials do come about. And how are we going to deal with conflict together? How can we do this without, we know we don't have nobody, mama, dad. We know we don't have nobody to help us as far as the example. So we're just picking up little bits and pieces of whoever we think that it's worthy to be honored in that way. Okay, I'm learning little things here and there, because these are only the experiences that we're going through to be able to learn. With that being said, it was not a walk in the park. We have been learning with one another. And when they're like, what is that saying? Where there's a will, there's a way. That is so real.
Islam.
Do you want to fight that fight with your man? Do you want to conquer it both together? Or do you want to separate and still have to go through the cares of the world alone? After you put all that energy and work and love into building what is the structure of this divine love, I just don't know how that works. But what I'm saying is, just bear in mind that most of these men do not come with great examples. And be patient with your mate, whoever that may be, however that may look. Be patient with your mate, because your love and that true feminine essence will bring him let me say that right. Slowly.
Yeah, so you can say it a little bit slower because it's
For a little bit slower.
slowly maybe because
Slowly.
it takes a long time for a lot of men to get it because they're still dealing with their inconsistency with their foes too as well. All of us are,
Are
on a
you
daily.
serious?
We're dealing with the inconsistency. So,
And
when you have to establish yourself on your principles of actions and make them
yes.
divine choices.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Absolutely. And again, Allah chooses. So when we start seeing these big red flags, because they red flags and they big, these are
They
not
huge.
little. You're gonna start writing things down. Okay, well, this is what we gotta work on. Let's have a meeting. We gotta sit down, Mo. I love you, Mo.
Right.
But look at this and this and this is what I'm having a trouble with. Can we come to an understanding
come
that
to
this
an
and this and this
Right.
has to change so that I can remain in that feminine essence?
Yes,
It's,
yes. We have to be more honest with what we've been through. I think we and I don't know because I have not been married to nobody in the temple. I ain't been with no man in the temple. We ain't gonna talk. The one I was with, I needed to get beat up with these lessons so I could stay in the lessons.
Praise
So we gonna say
Allah.
that. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know what that is inside of this, so I can't really say. But
Baby, I'm just sharing an experience so that we
no,
can be
no,
mindful
you're
that
fine.
these men don't really know. They don't have a clue.
You
the
are
mother
So
is
fine.
we have
the
to
mother is the first teacher. You have to understand
Islam,
it too. The mother is the
Islam.
first teacher. So when they recognize the mother as the first teacher and they see you as such with that essence that you have as being a woman,
Yes.
when he recognizes what Allah, the highest of the mother virtues or harmonies of life, when he can recognize that, then you can see that in him. That's when you are more comfortable and you're more aware and taking
Absolutely.
accountability of your mishaps as well, because you may be in wrong at sometimes too. But you have to understand when they see that in you, they will Allah will give them that spirit to allow you to humble them as well. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? To see you in your divine light.
That's right, beloved. We are the right hand to Allah. Woman is the right hand to
Islam.
Allah.
That's
Just like
that's what
the
I've been
woman was the
saying.
right hand to the prophet.
Exactly. That's what I've been saying. And that's where we was talking about Lilith. It was her divine journey to
Mhm.
come and be on the right hand of Allah.
That's right.
Islam.
Because she was the first woman, not Eve. It was her. But
That's
she
right.
did not recognize they didn't recognize her attributes. She was not recognized as
Mhm.
that. She was recognized as being rebellious. You know what I'm
That's
saying? So that's where all this came about of taking away the matriarch and making it all
Mhm.
patriarchal. And that's where this chaos is coming in at because that's where it's not balanced.
No, of course
We're,
not.
we're not
And
balanced at all.
imagine year after years after years after centuries of the same stuff. They say if you see that it doesn't work, then try something different.
But the
We
women have to
have
take
to take
accountability for allowing that to happen.
Yes.
And we allowed that to happen because instead of us trying to be a sisterhood, we have always had this aspect of being in competition with the other women,
That's so
with other
sad.
women. You know what I'm saying? We let the men tear this down for not standing up,
Yeah, definitely. We're allowing
for
it.
not thinking for ourselves, and not knowing who we were.
Hmm. Well, praise Allah that we are now in the path to, in the path that Allah has opened before us. And it just, yeah, go ahead.
Leave them.
Oh, I think
Okay.
she's saying something. The
Oh,
phone.
okay.
What time was
I
you
was
saying
talking to my son. He's leaving. He's leaving me.
Mama,
Yeah.
don't
So
stop
just
lying.
in true essence, just having the just the patience for these brothers because man, they be wilding. But just a little bit of understanding can open a new door to, okay, I'm gonna take my time. Now if you don't see no progress, then please
Right.
don't waste your
Don't
time.
waste your time, right?
Don't waste your time. Say it
She
says
said, please
wait,
don't
I
waste
gotta
your
find it
time.
because it says
Don't even waste your time on it, huh? Okay. She said, don't waste your time.
now
Islam.
it's the chapter 20, but so in the temple where I was taught, it says all of the instructions are for both of us. These are
Yes.
unisex
Of course.
instructions.
Of
So
course.
when it tells you in chapter 20, holy instructions and warnings for all young men, this is for us too.
Yeah, definitely.
Beware young man, beware young woman. They're gonna want to allure us too. They're gonna want to say what they know. And sometimes we're just so bent out of shape that we're just looking for somebody to say the right word and it just feels so good.
Yeah.
No, because words without actions are dead.
Islam.
And we're not here to speak. We're here to act.
Islam. That's why I say, do you love the prophet? Y'all love the prophet?
Absolutely.
Well, act like it then. Act
Look,
1, Act 2, Act 3, Act 4, Act 5, Act 6, Act 7. Bam.
Like we don't play about the prophet in the temple, and we do not play about Allah. We over here trying to do our best to stay in line and in tune with the deific will.
You are though, Sister Shar. It's so beautiful. It's so great to see you and hear you. It's to get this energy. You got me all over here on fire. I'm like, shoot.
I get it from you guys. I get it from you guys because I was truly scared. But thank you for allowing me to be able to put my words together so that I can succor anybody that's in need. My sisters are definitely my number one priority. I have heard so many things through the years and it's super disheartening, but I just want you to know that you guys are truly loved. I don't have to know you to love you.
That's
That's
right.
what this temple, that's what these lessons have done, that love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice must reign in every heart. And I love you. I don't have to know you. You're my sister.
Someone in the chat, I'm sorry, y'all, this chat is going. Sakina said, when you read the Holy Quran, we must definitely have to apply it to self and see yourself and study. A brother came in and said, Islam, great Moabites. And then he says the negative and positive charge, the creative force of life. Islam. That's Bay. Islam.
Absolutely. We know energy. We know that it takes a lot of energy to be upset. We know that it takes hardly any to be happy. So what do you want to put your energy into?
Mm-hmm.
You know, if it's not developing strength, then I'm good. I'll pass.
Yeah, right. All right. Islam. I love it. She said, look for them big old red flags, though. Them big old red flags. She said that they be big. It could be real big. I love it. Sister Jasmine, would you like to speak on anything before we finish? Would you like to say anything on that divine feminine energy? No? All right.
Let me think of more. I'm marinating.
All right.
I've learned to be so quick
Right.
to speak and let it
Yeah, I love that.
I had a brother, he told me, slow down, sister. He said, you read so quickly. He said, you're not allowed to form before us. He said, slow down, back up and read it again. I said, okay, you know. I took my time, and as I was in that moment, I took my time and I was reading what the brother gave, to me, and I was like, oh, okay, let me slow it down. I like
slow it down a little bit. Yeah, sometimes we just need to be told. Slow it down.
Yes.
Sister V, did you want to finish anything on that, Lily?
We can do a part 2 whenever you're ready. We definitely can think about everything that has been said and build another conversation later.
Well,
I just want to make sure because this was supposed to be for her.
I'm just letting I'm letting all of this energy flow. Let everyone tell their truth. Truth is personal. So, what I'm saying, like, everybody can give their whole measure, give their whole meal, what I'm saying, and just let the lesson just flow. So, I'm just going with that. Like, we speaking up on coming back on what Sister Shar had talked about with mental illness, and then just like knowing your triggers, you know, because a lot of times, a lot of how we maneuver or how we think, it does go back of some type of trauma that we have had by being rejected. You know what I'm saying? It's like our rejections within your marriage, just in negative conditions in your home, you know, you have to really, that goes a long way on how you walk through life when you don't have anything that can guide you or direct you back to Allah, something that's going to ground you, because we all believe in Father God, Allah, the universe, but everyone doesn't have that foundation to sit on, to know there's something greater in store for them. They wasn't brought up that way. They may have not received that type of love that way, but in the same token, you can't always, and this is what I tell my daughter, I tell all my children this, and my brother, you know, we lost I'm gonna use my brother for example. We lost our mom at an early age, and he was 10 when my mother transformed. And he has been going through, he's 23 now, which he's still young. You know, they say that your actual pineal gland does not actually become into fruition all the way until you're 25 for a man. So they don't mature until 25. So they say. I've seen older ages not mature, but he blames that it's because he lost everything he goes through. He blames, because he lost his mom. So we've been trying to redirect him on, at this time, you are in other countries at 23, you're considered a fully grown man. You know what I mean? Like, you're grown. Even so now you're grown. You can go to prison at the age of 18, you know, like you're legal at the age of 18, you know, so you're considered to be accountable for your actions. So I was just thinking back on when she was saying, like, she didn't know how to do this, or we don't know how to do this. But at some point, as you grow up, and if you find any type of substance where you loving yourself, you have to take accountability and make the right decisions and do what you're supposed to do for yourself first. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't always continue to blame anyone for anything you go through, because you're not the only one, nor not the first or the last that probably is going to ever go through that situation. So you have to make that decision on how you want your life to be, because life is what you make it while you're here. You know what I'm saying? So you can't always continue to keep blaming anybody for anything that you go through. But we have to go through that darkness sometimes in order for you to reach that light. You have to, sometimes being in that dark, you in that self-examination of your wilderness, that's your greatest teacher, for you to examine yourself fully.
Islam.
You know what I'm saying? You have to examine yourself fully. You have to go in solitude. I go in hermit mode. You won't hear from me. Anytime I need to go and reflect and regroup, you need that sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So you have to actually know your triggers. When I feel like I'm getting triggered, when I feel like I'm off my square, a lot of people will take it personally. I just do not consider I don't want to be around anyone. I'm trying to fill my cup back up, because obviously I've emptied my cup to where I've been trying to people please everyone else, but I'm not pleasing myself. So I say these lessons where what I'm going through is inconstancy. I'm going through that, the instability of man. I'm trying to conquer my foes, subduing my foes in order for me to work in my true divine purpose with Allah. Nothing else matters what anybody else is really going through, because how can I be a teacher? How can I be a leader? How can I be any type of prime example for the youth or the children if I don't have myself together? Like Sister Jasmine said, it starts at home.
Yeah.
You have to get your house in order at home. My temple, meaning me, myself. So I just say that I just give all praises to Allah for every day, for everything, for the good and the bad.
Yeah.
that I go
Wow.
through,
It's
you know, and I'm trying to, as I am now 43 years old, you know, I've been I've been ratchet. I still kind of am, you know. I'm trying. I want a husband. I want to be that, you know, Proverbs 31 woman, you
And
know,
you
and walk.
will, because you want it.
I want to walk in it, you know. So
Yeah.
I have to weed out my weeds and cut
That's
people
right,
off
baby.
because everybody can't go where I'm going. It can be, I didn't have my best of friends who I've been friends with since I'm younger. Our conversations, I can't even relate to a lot of things
At
that they even
all.
go through at all. Seriously, like every day it's just morsh everything. Everything is morsh to me. Everything literally is more science to me. If I don't see more science in it, I really don't have any type of connection with it whatsoever. Now, maybe if I'm with myself and I just, you know, I'm just doing me and I just feel like I want to just, you know, get loose and do what I do, then yes, I will do it. You know what I'm saying? It's balance. I have balance.
It's
That's my
not. And you
So,
got to remember that you're shedding. This is like a shedding process for all of us.
yeah,
We are shedding the cares of the world. Ain't no other man trying to come and you seen that picture where he trying to pick at you and make a perfect. No. That's not how that works. We're being
it's not.
perfected by what we suffer.
Yes, perfected.
Islam. I want to give respect. I want to come over here to the chat. I did.
I see you giggling.
Hold on one
I
second.
see you giggling.
Who, me?
I'm
Yes.
laughing at my brother. I see my brother in the comments talking about ain't nothing wrong with a little ratchetness.
I know. I just see that too. But hold on one second.
I am a spiritual gangster.
We working.
Islam, spiritual gangster.
All right. Okay.
We working. We doing the work.
But I am about my father's work. Let's put that first foremost.
All right. So there's some stuff in the chat I want to give some honors to. Our brother Omeg Bay says, as males, we give energy and our women absorb the energy we put forth. Yes, the mother is 3 times more important to the children, early developing than the father. It is truth as men, and we must exhibit love, and it starts in the home, which you guys all said that. And we know it all starts at home. Charity starts at home. So we know it has to start at the house.
And just as a key for the sister V Bird Bay, she was speaking about her brother. Now, psychologically, when you lose someone that young, you're missing an essence that is actually developing your skills. So in a woman and in a man, we have cycles, transitional growth cycles. And when we don't have a parent, we're missing a lot of the stuff that has to be input into this child for us to be a successful child. That's why chapter 23 is amazing. Like, you have to beware of what you really want to do. As soon as you have a child, it's not about you.
It's not.
So
and I was told
him not having that mother figure that early on, he needed that. There was some cycles that he missed because of that, and he's definitely putting the blame on the wrong person, because of course I agree with you 100%. As you become an adult and you do see that you have certain things that you haven't completely excelled in, that where you would like to see yourself as a man, you would look to find all the people that are the problem except for yourself.
Except for you.
Is that more a matter of fear and lashing out versus
that is fear and it is lashing out?
Let me lie. It's a defense mechanism. Let me lash out because I'm not ready to face that.
He hadn't disconnected. He didn't disconnect. You know, as I was older, so I had already jumped off the porch. I've already left the home. I've already had my own home. You know what I'm saying? Me and mama, I've gotten that part of my mother, you know what I'm saying? Which I'm gonna always need it. He didn't get that. He didn't get to get that part from my mother. So I had to, you know, with my 4 children that I had, plus him, because me and my mother, man, we were pregnant at the same time, and I was just so confused on like, you supposed to be the grandma, so how are you pregnant? And I'm pregnant. Who's gonna be the grandma? You know what I'm saying? Like, because we both was pregnant at the same time. So, you know, when she passed away, I'm the mother. You know, so it's just like I had to show him that part of motherhood, but I'm still dealing with my grievance as well too. So it's like I'm taking up on other responsibility with him, and it was a lot. But I had to I was patient with him. I'm still impatient with him, you know.
Because they absolutely need that patience. I'm dealing with that with my husband. He had no mother, he had no father. He had no mother, he had no father. He had a sweet granny that just let him do whatever he wanted. And so I had to, when I met my husband, he was 26, I was 33. I already had 3 children. So I had the experience of children, of actually being a parent, trying discipline, not yelling, you know, doing certain things to would implement certain discipline in life so that he would be able to see. But he had no clue. This guy had no clue. And I understood that. I understood that with him being that young, with him being unexperienced, I was going to face some trials. I knew it.
Yeah.
In that sense, I didn't say, okay, well, I'm just going to be mom. No, I said, well, he didn't have a mom. So what did I learn? Allah, forgive me for that thought, but what did I learn from my mother that I can assist my husband with? It's just an assistance. As soon as we see it as, oh, this is a burden, I don't want to teach you, I don't want to be your mama. No, be loving, be kind, be patient. Allow this man to see certain wonderful traits in you so that he can develop. It is not your responsibility. I'm sorry for the sisters that are going through this. I love y'all. Be strong, stay stern. But you have to be the one to actually
cultivate it.
That path. Yes. With love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice, lady. Nothing is impossible. Allah says victory is sure.
Islam. So our brother Omebe also says we are healers, and it starts with self-reflect, self-respect. A man is a doer, not a user. Discernment is a best gift.
It sure is, because it ain't even karma. Allah makes sure that he protects his babies, and we are his babies. And when you play with Allah's children, you're going to definitely get the wrath of Allah. Get ready.
Islam. He says our brain. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, I like what he said as far as men being doers. That's something to pay attention to. A man that's on a mission, he's going to actually do. Versus saying one thing and not actually walking it. You gotta walk and talk it, you know. So I like that. I've had the honors of being around some men who are doers to show as an example. This is where the men play at, basically, or are actually working at. Versus this is not what men are. You know, that's important to have boys.
Beautiful.
The man, you know. Men are showing examples for our boys so that they'll know this is what a man is. This is what a man does.
Islam. He also says, because Bashara, this is to come back, camelback off of you. He says their brain does not fully develop until they reach the age of 45.
Okay, so that explains a lot.
Psychologically, that is the truth.
That explains a whole lot.
However, if you're still missing those cycles, even if you turn 25, baby, you still pop. You got to go back. Because you're missing these cycles of growth. So 25 may come, and you, like the sister said, I know some males that are still playing in their, you know what I'm saying, in the field. Well, no, they just missed those cycles, and here we are. They're playing catch up.
Islam. I had a brother told me that. A brother told me he's 56 years old now, but he's actually mentally, like, living. He said he's probably 37 or 38. He just started He's only been living for 16 years of manhood.
Well, my dad said he didn't grow up till he turned 65.
I'm not
Wow.
waiting
Every,
on
every man's own journey, because it goes back against what kind of trauma and stuff. But if you're not ready, you could be 35, and if you're not ready to face your trials, then you're gonna be
That's
on
key.
trial for
Some
a
of them
minute.
can't even
Well,
recognize
my
the
mom said
trials.
them
They
ain't
don't
old
know how
too.
to understand what's going on. They're like, this is just life. No, it's not life, babe.
Keyword, this is life. This is what they're used to because of their environment, which contributes to that mental. What's their
The
Come
mental.
on, sis.
The
Oh my God,
mental.
your head is so bright right now. Your pen is like
Ah.
eat that truth, sis. That's
I
so
know
real.
that's right. And our brother, of course, Marcus Moldenberg, that is funny what he said. Nothing wrong with a little ratchetness.
Who said that?
He said nothing wrong with a little ratchetness.
And it'll show up because we have a lower self. As long as you
Yeah, we
understand
do.
what it looks
I mean,
like.
y'all seen me last night in my lower self at the concert. I was like, yeah, this is LaTay in her fun
In
self.
her lower self. Yeah.
Listen.
Right now. I'm dancing.
Having an understanding of it makes you more conscious, and it allows you to work on it a little bit better. You're like, okay, this is something that I recognize. This is something that I'm working on. This is something that I want to be better at. And
But what I can say,
go ahead.
what I can say, now I'm not as ratchet as I used to be now. Far
Praise
from the
Allah.
ratchetness I ever used to be. I'm like, at least I know, even in my ratchetness, I still know how to be my lady self.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't doing too much ratchet stuff, but I
And as we mature, we will let that go altogether.
Yeah.
Like that stuff really like sheds off, like the layers of the onion. Eventually, all of that is just gonna come off, and it's gonna be our true essence.
Sister Shy, I don't know if I'm gonna ever stop dancing because I love dancing. I like music.
You know what? And that's not a bad thing, beloved. I think that people have the wrong information when it comes to music. Now, always try to entertain something that's of higher self, because if you're working on yourself and you're entertaining low vibration, then that's not going to balance either.
Yeah.
I can, again, till the cows come home, tell you how much I love Allah, but if I'm listening to Gunna, that's not going to work for me. It's just not going to work for me, because that's going to be what I'm on. Whatever he's saying, I'm on. You know what I mean? So no, that I feel like it's just what you care to entertain.
Yeah.
And there's so much beautiful music out here. There's so much beauty. Just entertain something different while you're working on self. That's all.
You know what? This chat, they are funny on me.
You
know what?
I can't see what's going on.
Brother Boy. Okay, so Brother Boy's Bay, after Bashira said something, he put the smiley face with the muscle arm. And then
what does that mean?
I don't know. I'm flexing.
What did I say?
Flex. That's flex.
Nature, Omay says nature doesn't judge, so labeling ourselves is based on lower self.
Islam.
It is.
Those are characteristics of the lower self. You can identify them.
What?
You can identify
them. I got names for mine. I got names.
Okay.
Personally. I know when they come, I'll be like, Tay, chill out, girl. You and your dragon split tongue. Calm down.
Lucifer, Satan, devil, dragon, and bees. Attributes of the lower self. Characteristics of what we want to stay from.
Recognize. And Brother Sheik K. Morris Bates said, not gonna.
Yeah.
No more Gunna for you guys. No more.
I don't listen to Gunna. I don't. I mean, I get me some Jeezy in, but y'all don't be judging me about Jeezy. But all right,
we can't listen to the Jeezy neither. We can't listen to him. Jeezy, I can't listen to Jeezy.
Oh, I thought you said you can't listen to Islam, Sister Eva. I mean, hey.
No, I can listen to Jeezy. Jeezy just take me back to 1996.
Take you back to the days.
Jeezy take me back to 1996. I'd be like, what we doing? What we about to do? No, I can't be like
Sis,
that. Let me sit
we're
down.
the same age. Me and you are the same age. Know that. So Jeezy was my dude.
Oh yes. Hey, I
Right.
He made some great music for me as a hairstylist.
Yeah.
When the people would hate me, I gotta go to the Jeezy record and be like, come here.
Okay.
I'm not 17.5 because I don't do nothing in the street. But you know what? I hustle this hair thing like I'm Miss
Okay.
17. That's the name
But
my
yeah,
ex was.
that's beautiful though, man. Just
Yeah.
recognizing and knowing what you want to be truly. What do you really want to be?
Who, me?
All
Are
of
you
y'all, what do
asking?
you want to be in your true
Oh,
essence? What do you want to become? Like what's your
phenomenal woman.
goal in more science and what it's doing for you?
My goal is to leave this place better off than what it was, so my grandchildren, my children can be all right. That's my whole purpose. I'm doing this for the babies. I'm doing it for all
That's
the babies.
right.
So I ain't even just doing it for mine. My whole purpose, my whole sole purpose for even being here is for these children.
Mm-hmm.
Leave this place in a I don't know. It may not be left in a better situation, but I'm gonna do my best to make sure when my children's children pick up a book, they can say, dang, my great grandma actually said something. She actually at least tried to fight for something. She wasn't just sitting there like willy-nilly going to the club.
You were active, not passive.
Islam. I want to be active. So that's my purpose, of being active and not passive. And stop telling me what I can't do. Because when that Circle 7 says, he says, I brought you, I brought the possibilities. He didn't say impossibility. So I see possibilities. I'm like, so everything's possible.
That's
Sky's
right.
the limit.
Everything is possible. How about you, Sister Griel?
For me, I would like my purpose to be whatever Allah's purpose is for me. So far, I have been seeing in my own personal journey or through my own journey and being able to touch other people's lives and showing them there is love, there is truth, there is peaceful people. Despite your condition, there is better, because I've met people and they're like, man, I was just in dark, just complete darkness, and it didn't seem like it was ever going to be daylight, or I didn't feel like anybody had love, or you just always in an upbeat mood. Okay, I'm in an upbeat mood, but let's be a little realistic. I do have my low moments. Let me come back all the way real with you. But at the same time, it's just because your condition is what it is currently, it does not have to be that way permanently. And so it starts with trying to acquire the peace that deep down inside, that little voice is telling you it's there, but you just feel like everything else is so loud that it's non-existent, or that it seems like it's forever away. It's not. It's possible to have that peace. So it's fine.
Praise Allah. That's beautiful. How about you, Sister Burbank? I'm really interested because I don't think I've ever had these kind of conversations where you actually get to scratch the surface off these sisters. And I'm in tune. I'm loving it. I'm loving the energy. And I just want to get to know you on a more personal level and just know what is this really truly about and what it means to you.
I can say I'm still learning myself within every cycle. So I've been blessed to to transform and be grateful in each season in this physical and spiritual. Keeping my heart pure and just loving who I am as a healer. I am a nurse, so I'm a healer of many things, and my greatest attribute is being able to nurture and care for ones who are in need, even when I'm in need. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm a blissful beacon of light. So now I do know that it's for me to be patient, kind of loving, and with the wisdom to submit my all to the Most High, and being a sacrificial service to all the life of Allah is pleased with. That's my goal.
That's so beautiful. Thank you for sharing that with me, because you think you know, or you have a perception, let's say, of so many people and how you see them on Facebook. It's really not who they are. So just that question was just honestly so that I can get more essence and personal gain from each of you guys, because it's very important for me in my growth to establish relationships that are going to be good for me, and not just for me in a sense of where I can gain something that's physical from you, but gaining something that's very spiritual, which leads to my sanity, to my well-being, my mental health being great. Because I do not entertain, like we spoke about earlier, people that want to challenge you, people that want to ask you, well, do you know this? Listen, I don't have the greatest history on more signs, but I will tell you this: I love the prophet, the temple, and the lessons. You ask me anything about what I'm trying to do is uplift myself and fallen humanity. I do not care what happened 100 years ago, because my prophet established everything. And I'm not about to go back and forth with nobody about leadership, because we are one.
Islam.
Sis, Islam.
That's the whole demonstration, right? That's the whole demonstration of
that's the
Muslims.
whole divine union I'm talking about. That's what I was trying to get.
And we're gonna get it together, sisters. You guys have great energy, and what you willeth, you will obtain. And I definitely want to be part of it.
Yes, well, we want you us. You are already connected, girl. You're gonna have to divorce us. Because I told Jasmine
No
and Bashir and
way.
everybody else.
There's only one way in Islam, and it's married, and you gotta stay in, and I'm with it.
So y'all stuck with me forever.
There's no divorce in my name.
No,
I'm in here.
Well, she said ain't no divorces, so it look like we all stuck together. Y'all like glue.
But don't try to come up missing, because what you say, Sister Latavia?
Oh no, I'm gonna give y'all my number. Y'all better call me and be like, girl, you got 2 minutes to get here.
Please, can you put it in the chat? We need to exchange. This is what Uniting of Asia is all about. So when people want to ask about the Uniting of Asia, look at it. Look at it. This is what we do.
And I do not care where you come from. I don't know what leadership you. I don't care. I love you. You are doing what you're supposed to be doing, which is spreading the word, the divine word.
Imitating the prophet.
That's right. That's it. That's all. Well, ladies, I do not mean to part early. I have to get in this kitchen. I'm still a mama. I gotta go make some dinner. I love you all, truly. I don't use this word loosely. I love you all.
We love you too.
And please just keep me in tune. I'm definitely in anything y'all in. And if y'all planning to travel, tell me what time so I can make arrangements and we gathering.
Yeah, the first place we going is the Jasmine's house.
Okay.
Texas.
We're going to
I don't cook. I clean. I cook.
I cook. I do all that right. We do all that.
Hospitality.
Islam sisters, I love y'all too, because I know everybody tired, and I wasn't trying to take up y'all's whole Saturday, but I just felt like this needed to be continued. And I'm so grateful for who came on. I'm grateful for each and every one of you. Islam, I yield. Shira, Sister Jasmine, whatever y'all would like to say, end it. I love y'all.
I was going to say thank you for having a part 2, since I didn't get to join for part 1.
Islam.
And it's a pleasure to meet you, Sister Kempe. Gratitude.
Alhamdulillah. It's truly a pleasure. Thank you for allowing me to just join your energy. It's truly divine, and I can't do that. I'm about to be just happy the rest of the day because I'm so full.
Girl, you might be dancing. You might be dancing around the house in a minute. Be like, hey,
you still got that energy from last night.
You know, my husband is a Moorish rapper, so I'm
DKB Hammer. DKB Hammer. Hammer is the law. I'll be listening to that.
He be jamming too. He be going. Oh, let me not get into my y'all. Excuse me. All right, I'm gonna go.
Well, ladies, I love you. Peace and love. I hope you have a wonderful week. It should not be a week before I hear from you guys.
Yeah, you're gonna hear us in a minute.
Peace and love.
Our tea call is Monday. Next Monday.
Oh yeah, our tea call is Monday.
Okay, perfect.
In our group, I'll post it in our group.
Awesome.
We'll be back tomorrow.
Okay.
Islam.
I don't know.
Sunday
I'm just messing with Sister K. Sunday
this is
class.
Sunday school. We do Sunday. We do Sunday school. We gonna be back tomorrow.
Okay, praise the Lord. Definitely come through. Appreciate y'all.
All right, Islam.
Peace and love.
My sisters. You want to say something, V? You good? All minds are clear. All right. Peace and love, my beautifuls. Stay in the. Oh shoot, she went off. We need her to come right back. She got to stay in the back. No. I forgot you got to stay in the background when we leave. Oh, hold on.
Just give her a call back and just tell her she can leave it running in the background till it's
Just
done.
leave it running. Okay, hold on 1 second. That means
Sister Jasmine, you look beautiful today.
yeah, she's shining.
Gratitude. I got my good leaves in.
She said I got a reason. Somebody
I
see
got
me.
my
You got good reason.
good leaves.
Jasmine
Okay.
is giving me some. Islam sis, could you come on just for a minute? Let the background run so that we can record the show so I can send it to you.
Oh, yes. So you want me to do what?
Just come back on. You don't have to say anything. You just let your thing roll till the video does. Mhm. Thank you. All right. Peace and love.
Peace and love.
All right, y'all. Give me 5 more minutes. I'm gonna wait for her to come up and then I'm gonna end it.
Y'all want to
Thank
know
you.
your what your Lilith is in?
Huh?
Do you want to know what your Lilith energy is in?
I do, because I couldn't find Lilith on my birth chart. I was shocked when I learned about Lilith.
Okay, so you're Capricorn, right, sis? It says the Lilith in Capricorn, the earth energy knows what it wants and digs. It heals in until it is achieved. It says you have to watch out that while doing that, you don't end up orchestrating things that are micromanaging to get things the way that you want.